And this is your Waterville News at 6. Our top story tonight is a devastating earthquake that has struck the west coast and has left countless homeless. An estimated 90 people were left injured and 2 people unaccounted for. This record-breaking quake has left the government with a heavy financial toll of $2 million.
At the center of the quake, the local farmer Jack Desmond and his family were affected by the quake. His family was trapped inside the house, and Jack Desmond, he was immobilized just meters away from his house. Luckily, no one was injured, but for Jack, his wife, and his 3 loving children, it was a scarring experience. Meanwhile, his brother Ned Desmond on the west edge of town has also been shaken up by the experience. We will now go to our senior correspondent, Rahul Modi. Rahul?
Thank you, Gary. Well, this is what's left of Ned Desmond's farm. As you can see, the earthquake never left anything behind. So what happened?
So I was coming on my farm, right, and I do a lot of modern technology, so I made an electric fence, and when I turned the switch on, everything shook, right, so I was just so scared. So I called my housekeeper, Grace. I called her really quick to turn it off, and I just feel like I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well, what actually happened is an earthquake hit Western Canada. It hit a kilometer radius of 10 from this area. So how do you feel?
Well, I just feel kind of relieved that I wasn't the purpose. I wasn't the one that started all this. So it just kind of relieves me. But I just feel that I had something to do with it. So I'm sorry. I just have to go.
Sorry. Back to you, Gary.
Thank you, Rahul, for that interesting interview. Now, the lake in the northern part of Waterville has mysteriously disappeared. The local resident, Tobias Desmond, saw the lake vanish before his eyes. According to him, much to his astonishment, he was driving after the initial shock of the earthquake to his brother's home to see if he was alright. Once the lake was fully drained, the following could be seen. The crack in which the water drained to, approximately 50,000 cans, 14 snowmobiles, 14 car batteries, a broken fishnet, another broken fishnet, a proper fishnet, 11 barrels of toxic waste, and a van. We will now return to Rahul Modi, who is at the remains of the only brick building in town. Rahul?
I'm here with mailman Bob Jones, who also witnessed this chaotic earthquake. So what were you doing?
Well, as y'all know, I was on my morning shift, and on the way there, I forgot my mail, and noticed that I forgot my mail bag. So I turned back, and on the way back, I noticed everything started shaking. I got off my bike, and everything just got louder and louder, and the post office just fell all of a sudden, and it was a horrifying thing to see. It's been standing for 23 years now, and for it to fall just like that was not acceptable.
So how do you feel about this?
Well, obviously I'm going to be horrified because I've been working with it since it's opened. The mayor had hand-built it ever since it opened, so I have no words to explain.
Thank you. Back to you, Gary.
Thank you, Rahul, for that interesting interview. We will now go to Harman Bela with the weather.
Thank you, Gary. Well, on Monday, we'll be having 23 degrees of pure sunshine, lots of humidity. Tuesday, we'll be having 17 degrees of about 5 to 6 millimeters of rainfall, a little bit of humidity. On Wednesday, we'll be having 21 degrees of a bit of cloudiness and a bit of sunshine with a little bit of humidity. There might be a little bit of rainfall later on in the day, but that's not for certain. For the next 2 weeks, we'll be having quite some weird weather, just like the earthquake we've had. We'll have quite a bit of rainfall and a lot of humidity coming in with the warm front. But don't worry, after that, get to the beaches, boys, because it's going to be quite a... Back to you, Gary.
Thank you, Harman, for that lovely report. Now, it's obvious that this earthquake has left the town in shambles. So for any of you wanting to know more information, please come back. Same channel, same time tomorrow. I'm Aftershock!